Aquarius, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading from the 19th through to the 25th of September. Have you seen your monthly equinox and Mercury retrograde readings? You should go and have a look at them. This autumn period seems to be a real game changer, basically. It's going to be very interesting. And you will be getting your personalised timestamp video coming out, reading on Monday. To do with the equinox, so you're going to have to subscribe and click that bell in order to get it. Okay, let's just see what's going on. You're here and now. There's a lot of mechanical stuff going on here and now, sorting stuff out this week. It's a bit of a lull this week, it's got to be said, for most signs. Yeah, you seem to be sitting pretty much in the similar sort of thing. Because you've got a lot on your plate, the guides are sort of slowing down the amount of karmic mission sort of work that's got to be done, because there's things to be sorted out on the administration front. So this is the lull between the two waves in which I went into on the monthly readings, and the overall energies here have been a lot less imposing this week than last week on last week's reading. So let's just see what's going on here for you. And the overall energies here. It's time to discover who you are. I think this has to do with the fact that if you're sorting stuff out, if you're, say, like, if you're changing jobs, if you're starting a business, or if you're moving house, or if you're moving on from a very serious trauma or something like that, it's a case where there's that card there. What's that all about? This is messages coming through for you. It's setting yourself up for the pathway, and it's discovering who you are. It's a time when you can reset things. Yeah, it's connecting the old and the new. It's going from one thing to another. It's not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. It's celebrating the greatness of the past and embracing the amazingness of the future. And there's some things in the past that have got to be left in the past, and some things that have got to be left that be carried on to the future. Let's just see what's going on in your relationship side. So it's a real transitional week for you. Not necessarily on spirit, but what it does is it allows you to set up that environment that corresponds to who you are. Give me some loving. Yeah, it's a very loving moment. It's those moments of cherishing that cuddle with one of your kids, or your partner, or a family member. It's just having that cuddle, just having that moment of kind of like, oh yeah, okay, got to get back on. And it's savouring the little moments. Yeah, exactly. The Queen of Pentacles. You're owning it. You're sort of being that sort of regal person, having honour and ritual in your life. That sort of, you need those sort of connections with other people in a nice way, in a beautiful way, in a very fulfilling and loving way. It seems like this week here is got to be filled with a lot of little things like that, rather than massive strides forward. It's almost like a big healing week for you this week, as the universe trying to sort of this. Yeah, it's enjoy those moments, but don't forget the universe is sort of kind of giving you a kind of going, yeah, okay, it's all very well cuddles and everything like that, but you've got stuff to do. And it's making sure the whole family, the community, all moves together and moves forward. You seem to be that glue that's holding everything together, and don't forget that. That's what the universe is sort of saying. If you don't do that work as well, you're going to be disappointed, and you're not going to enjoy those cuddles as much in the future. Yeah, so moving from one stage to another. So you've got the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. So this is, almost saying goodbye to parts of your old world, as it were. And actually, letting go of the bad stuff that disappointed you. You know, don't try and do it again. Don't try and correct it. Just let it all go, I think, within regards to relationships and stuff like that. Yeah, as you go forward. Enjoy those moments, those cuddly moments. That's your karmic message, to enjoy those 5-10 minutes here and there. Just oneness with the people that are around you. And just let go of the past. This is what it's saying, the universe here. Just let the disappointing parts of the past go into the past. Be interesting to see what comes out of there. Let's see what the guides are trying to influence that karmic path here. Yeah, they want to build people around you that you can rely on, basically. That's what they're doing. They're sort of like calling in the... they're nurturing the relationships. They're calling in the people that are really... that count for you. That are, you know, that are not just in your heart, but also are there physically, emotionally. They're there as a friend, as a family member, as a partner. It's nurturing those, having those 5 minutes here and there is going to really nurture it, and realizing those people there who are around you, who are up for it, and you can leave all those disappointments in the past. I think the universe is really helping you out here. Maybe even filtering a lot of the old stuff just to let it go, basically. And just moving on almost within, you know, in a rhythmical sort of fashion with the people that are around you. Let's just see what goes on with your guides here. Yeah, it's almost like you're a team sport manager saying, okay, we can have Davey here, and we can have Sylvie here, and you know, and it's really sort of like putting in perspective a next long period of time in your life. Setting up, it's a real change from one moment to another, which is really good for you, Aquarius. And this could have to do with the Aquarius sort of thing. And here they're sort of encouraging you to sort of, you know, bring people into the fold, make that hug, that cuddle, that hug, that make it turn it into a group hug sort of scenario. Yeah, being, you know, sort of childlike and having that enthusiasm of understanding and learning, which you can infect other people with, that curiosity about the life and passions, and it'll bring people in. You'll be a real leader without being the leader, if you know what I mean. It's almost like a moral leader that looks like within your relationships around you. Absolutely beautifully loving. Really, really nice for you, Aquarius. Chuffed to bits for you. Let's just see what's going on the money side of life. Jobs, businesses, projects, that sort of thing. If you want it, you've got to keep your nerve. So let's just say you've got a load of clients and you find that you're working loads and loads and you don't have enough time for yourself. Maybe it's a case of, you know, trusting in yourself and putting your prices up a little bit, so then maybe you get just a few clients less, but then again, you're earning as much money as you were before, but now you've got more time on your hands. You see what I mean? So, you know, with that sort of aspect there, you can really sort of move on and make space for your time in your workspace. Okay, so if you can do that, that can allow you to breathe and actually look around you at all the projects and possibilities that are there. Yeah, I think this is it. Making a bit of time for yourself within your workspace. Yeah, it's going to give you that time to heal. Not necessarily heal, but that time to breathe deeply and look at the world and kind of go, yeah, there's loads of possibilities out there. Let's go and get it. You know, that sort of scenario. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that sort of karmic message for you. They're encouraging that space and time because you need to learn and do other things. There is aspects of our lives. So if I'm working, let's just say I work as, I've done loads of jobs in the past. Let's just say as I was working as a care worker for an old couple, You know, I can do that, and then also I can start and I can do my healings at the same time. Let's just say you know, that's the sort of scenario. And the universe here is sort of saying the reason space is being created for you, yes, it's to give you time so you can explore who you are and what you want and everything like that. But out of that is going to come new ideas and new pathways and possibilities for projects or business ventures or advancements within your job and stuff like that. There's not been many signs who hasn't had the King of Cups this week reading, and I think it is this. I think with this lull that's going on in the monthly reading, which you should really go and have a look at, there is this factor of owning one's emotions and growing up and being sort of serene about it and not getting triggered and not getting going into extremes and stuff like that. All this triggering and counselling and everything like that has all got to do with this pole shift that's going on. It's going to be going on for years anyway, but it's affecting the mind, the magnetic field of the mind, and therefore it's going to affect the way we actually process thought and logic, basically. And here the universe is sort of saying, yeah, keep your calm and keep your emotions there, ready, but at the same time to keep your eyes open for new possibilities going forward. Because I think this is going to be just a real stepping stone, this transition that you're going through. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic message. They're doing the figures. They're calculating it out. If I do this number of hours, if Aquarius is doing this number of hours, if they're if they're getting paid this amount per hour, how many hours do they need to do in order to do the thing? Do I need to bring in some extra? So they're preparing basically, and they're looking for if they need to create opportunities to increase your intake of finances and stuff like that, or your development on your career path. They're planning. This is it. The Two of Wands. They're planning. They really are. They're really planning, and they're setting up that. They're setting up that Emperor, that King of Wands as well, sort of scenario, so you can be in a real position. I think this is all about setting up this week. It's really good. It's all about positioning. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. They're allowing this calculation to come through. So you're going to be calculating with them. I think this is a real group meeting of yourself, the driver of the vehicle, who is the spirit that's inside the vehicle, the spirit that's concerned with helping the spirit driving, in a spiritual sense, driving the vehicle, and the guides that are trying to help the vehicle itself, physical vehicle, for you, helping you to drive the vehicle. And I think it's like a team meeting at the moment. Team meeting, look at that, the Three of Pentacles, and a perfect position for that in there. Obviously, this is, I love it when the good plan comes together, and this is what's happening here. This week here is all about planning. It's all about putting into position what you want to live over the next, could be 10 years. And what was going on in society around us in this autumn period, which you'll see in the equinox reading. It's all about teamwork, and this is a week of getting with your guide. So meditation on your before you go to work, before you open your business doors, I would take time out to do 5-minute meditation just to connect with your spirit guides around you at that time, and it will make your job and business flow a lot better, a lot more productive, giving you a lot more time to actually sort of see if there's any other things you want to do, and open the door to lots of possibilities in the coming future. Let's just see how these sort of two sides plan out together and provide what's going on next week, the following week after the 25th, because I think that's when the big second wave comes in, from the 25th of September. No, it was according to the readings, and we'll have to see. We got the first part of the readings totally bang on. Now it's coming through. This is coming through. I think it's more from the work thing. I think all of a sudden, I think this week here, as much as the world is changing around us, you're going to see the mechanics of what you've set up working already. And it's almost as if like that wave is catching you up, and you can feel that wave catching you up around your feet. But because you're working through it, you're almost staying just ahead of the wave, as it were. It will catch you up because that's what the universal waves do, and you can't get away from it. But it may be a case of once you've got yourself running, you've got yourself up to speed, it's going to be a lot easier for you to tackle the changes coming next week. So Two of Pentacles, look at this. You've got the Five of Cups to the Six of Cups, and now you've got the Two of Pentacles coming back to the Three of Pentacles, or coming the other way round. And yeah, it's going to be a case where you're going to have to streamline your focus, as it were, your energy, your manifestation powers going forward. And as you do, next week, you're going to feel like you're ready to jump on that surfboard and ride that changing wave around us with success, which is going to help so much your family, your friends, your community, your partner, your business, every aspect of it. If you take this week to set everything up as it should be. There's loads of links in the description below. You'll find links to the monthly readings floating around my head at some point. Yeah, there's loads of links. There's links to our Instagram page and our sister channel, Cymatic TV, which is all about energy. Yeah, so if you want to support this channel, subscribing and liking and sharing it across all platforms is very beneficial. We do appreciate it. Much love to you. In the meantime, Aquarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.